What's up, everyone? How you guys doing? Whoa, I look really small today. Well, hello, little me. What's going on here? Oh my goodness, my whole computer's acting up. All right, so how's everyone doing today? We got some stuff to cover. There's some really weird stuff going on in the marketplace, and I want to discuss like what all this craziness is. It's some shocking stuff I'm about to tell you guys, man. We thought we were in control, right? I'm about to tell you guys we're not. We're not in control. What's going on my camera, man? I'm super fuzzy right now. It's weird. All right, we'll figure that out. But yeah, we're not really in a good spot right now. You know, there's some really weird stuff happening, and I gotta tell you guys about it because it's wild. It's actually super wild. How's it going, Neil, Janeth, Jordan, everyone? How are you guys doing? If you're watching on Facebook, do say hello. If you're watching on YouTube, for some reason I've been having some issues there, but hopefully you guys can get in. If you can't, we'll figure it out at some points of why you can't. But yeah, we're getting there. I hope everyone's having a good day today. You know, we've been seeing some really interesting stuff happening in the crypto markets, that's for sure. And I want to talk about what I had a conversation about yesterday because, wow, there's some really weird stuff going on in crypto, man. All behind our backs. Like, the stuff I'm going to tell you guys today will probably blow your mind. And I mean that like in the realest sense ever. The stuff I'm about to tell you about what the crypto exchanges are doing, 100 of them apparently are doing all together, will blow your mind. It is something that none of you are going to expect. I didn't expect it. And this information that I was privy to blows my own mind. Now, on Facebook, get this stuff. I can't even share in my own group because I shared our podcast to like a bunch of groups that I run, and I got shadow banned by Facebook. This is insane. I need to actually make a new Facebook account, actually, because Facebook shadow bans you. And like, if you notice that some of your friends you don't hear from anymore, you never see their stuff, you don't hear from people you want to hear from anymore, that's because of Facebook shadow banning you. You do anything they don't like, you get like put on a blacklist and they don't treat you proper. Second you make a new account, everything starts to work again. It's really, really weird. So I might be doing that. I might be making a new Facebook, you know, adding all my real friends in there. So all you guys that have been here for a while, we'll add you guys in there and we'll get that started. So first things first, we've had a really crazy week in crypto. I'm going to get into what's been happening in a couple big pieces of news. The first one is that Coinbase actually acquired Xapo. That is massive, guys. They're the biggest crypto custodian in the world. They crossed 7 billion assets under custody. And this goes into what I'm talking about with the crypto exchanges doing shit behind our back. Okay? And it's no like little thing that you're thinking like, oh yeah, it's nothing big. No, it is big news. So stay around for a little bit so that you understand why I'm saying this, because if you didn't watch the Crypto Amigos podcast, which you should do, and go on Spotify and look up the Crypto Amigos podcast or on Podbean, we talked about it last night in detail, but I'm going to go into it again for my users, my peeps, and I want you guys all to listen up because it blows my own mind. And I met with one of the top 30 exchanges yesterday, and they were telling me what they're doing. This is not like, you know, Joe from Coinbase or something. No, this is like a real person from a real exchange who actually told me what they're doing behind our backs, and he doesn't even like it, okay? So let's go into Xapo. So we have them acquire Xapo, which is a massive custodian solution, and, you know, Xapo has been a tremendous flag bearer for Bitcoin. They've done lots of great stuff, you know, billions of assets around the earth. we're gonna see this in. I'm not gonna go over all the details of articles, as you guys know, but this is really big. And then the crypto custodian BitGo just said yesterday that the clients are extremely concerned about this Coinbase deal. Now that's really interesting, and it's because the crypto custodian BitGo has been saying that they don't really like it. Maybe that's because I don't know. Some people are worried about the size, but Xapo doesn't see Coinbase custody as a comparable service, claims BitGo, and response, BitGo is now offering Xapo clients 12 months of no-fee custody service. So the crypto custodian BitGo is eyeing the business looking to rival Coinbase, and so they're probably just upset that they've acquired this massive amount of it's going to be unfair for them, and that's what they don't like. Now, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube or anywhere else, don't forget to smash up some likes, get into the chat. I want to hear your opinions on all these things that I'm going to talk about today. And it's really interesting what's actually going on. So if you're watching on YouTube, smash up some likes. All right, now we're gonna jump into the other side. Bitwise CEO claims that Bitcoin ETF approval is imminent. Of course it is. All the things that have happened today. So let's look at something really interesting. Okay, we have Bitwise CEO saying this. I was saying this last year. A lot of people know it's imminent, but why this is imminent is more all how this Coinbase and BitGo and Xapo and ETF all come nicely together, and I'm going to explain why. So, without further ado, why is this going to happen? Simple. Number one, what I found out yesterday is this. You are going to see, you're going to see this. Exchanges are all working together. This is not me guessing. This is me confirming. They have 100 exchanges working together right now with groups like Chainalysis, with groups like some massive securities. And what they're going to be doing is basically they're going to, they're going to make it impossible for you as the user to be able to do anything that they don't like. And what I mean by that, they're going to force all of people in the world to put their cryptocurrencies, and this is a part of the G7 situation. They're going to force you to put your cryptocurrencies on an exchange. The exchanges will be 100% liable for your cryptocurrencies and insure it. But here's the craziest part. You will have to either, if you hold on a Trezor, tell them where you got all your Bitcoin from, and if you can't, they will have a choice to say, no, we don't want to have your Bitcoin. So there's this if you want fiat, you won't be able to cash out your Bitcoin. Now, if you don't put your stuff on an exchange, you may not be able to cash out your Bitcoin. And exchanges will work with government organizations for anti-money laundering. So there's some good to it. They'll also take your taxes directly from the exchange if you don't pay your taxes, which is kind of crazy. But the most crazy part of all of this that many people have probably missed right now, let me explain something to you. The concept of decentralization in Bitcoin. Be your own bank. Do not trust any entity that is centralized. How in God's name can they do that now if all these exchanges work together and approve or disapprove anything that is happening in the crypto world based off of them using your blockchain ID? But guess what's going to be tied to your addresses? Your face, your name, your passport, all of your IDs, everything, your driver's license, everything that you do will be tied in. It will be all tied in to your blockchain address. Now, this is not going to happen overnight, so we know that. But what's really, really interesting is knowing that they are going to take away the ability to be your own bank, ultimately. Now, it's not something to panic over because there's going to be good sides to that as well. But do you know how crazy that idea is? that you're not going to have Bitcoin be the way it was originally intended to be? Just let that sink in and ask questions like DEXs or how do I pay for things? Everything on a blockchain is immutable and they know everything that you're doing all the time. So what does that mean? It means that you cannot get away from using your blockchain ID. You will be stuck. That's what is creepy for me about all this stuff, because you won't have a choice. Your choice to be unbanked or bank the unbanked with some of these people will not have that. Been saying it for a while already. Google Glass for everyone 24/7. Yeah, absolutely. They're going to know everything you do. They're going to know how you spend your money, everything. And so this is interesting. I mean, it's good in some ways, like you can get drug dealers off the streets and there's good and bad. But will there always be a black market? Yes. Will cash be gone anytime soon? No. But the thing that blew my mind was it's already ready. Like they already are testing this stuff. You would think like, oh, that's going to be in the future, right? No. This is happening right now. Right now. Let's get to the charts for a bit, okay, guys? If you want to know about any coins or anything, do smash into the YouTube channel. I don't see enough comments on YouTube to give away some free crypto yet. Like I was expecting more people to comment on this channel. So I'll give you guys till Monday to start commenting and give me some stuff that you think about all this stuff I just said. Comment on anything. I want to know what you guys think, and I want to know what cryptocurrencies you guys want to know about as well. So yes, that's why we need blockchain real use solutions now. Yeah, we do need real use case solutions, but will this stop them? I don't know. I think if you want to pay for a car, they'll be able to validate yes or no you can buy it. Everything's going to be done through the blockchain. Like they're going to use this for the opposite of why we created it in the first place. The cypherpunks are probably rolling in their graves, or the friends of mine that are cypherpunks, I need to talk to and ask how are they going to combat this stuff that's going on. They probably already have the answer. Looking at the charts now, let's start with our total market cap. So at the top of our nice move this time, we were at 300 and I think it was like $380 billion. We had a lot of money at the top of our market cap. We have gone down, and this is why I keep saying there's no retail in this market. We've gone down 30% from our total market cap. That's a ton, by the way. And we kind of sputtered. We're below the cloud. We have a bearish TK. We have a bearish Kumo twist. Our Qgen's underneath. We're not doing really well. Can you always switch to DEX exchanges? This is a good idea, Alex. You can't switch to a DEX exchange because who runs the DEX exchanges? Binance, all these other ones. Do you think that crypto will be worth as much as it is if you can't cash it out? If you use a DEX and they say, well, now you need to go to cash it out on a fiat exchange, you can't cash it out. They can taint anything they want, just like I'm shadow banned on Facebook sometimes. This is stuff that happens, and you have to be really cognizant of it. BISQ, what is that? Bye-bye privacy coins. Miguel, do you remember a year and a half ago when I said, guys, the first thing they're going to go after is privacy coins, Monero, Pivx, etc. Everyone said I was crazy. I didn't know what I was talking about. I knew exactly what I was talking about. I didn't know this, but I knew exactly what I was talking about. And the reason why I was saying that is because those are the things that they're actually worried about. That's what they're worried about, okay? Yes, we do, Jordan, have to get over this US dollar reliance. Privacy coins are in a shamble because they don't know how they're going to survive. Now, will they be able to do it? Maybe they'll have to go through some holes and loops. But the idea here is that if you do use a privacy coin and you do try to hide your transactions, and there is a built-in mechanism in those exchanges that see that you had a mixer or anything run a coin, guess what? You're done. Now, Charlie Lee talked about the fungibility aspect of like, once you get that coin, it's not your fault that someone did something wrong, but you're going to have to prove it. If you had a Trezor and you drug dealt 10 years ago, whatever it is, 8 years ago, and then you used it at the Silk Road, they'll be able to block your transactions. This is actually what's going to happen, guys. It's kind of crazy. But again, there's good and bad to it. Right? So that's what we have to look at. Don't forget to comment, guys. So Alex asks, what about BISQ? BISQ. What is BISQ, man? I'm trying to figure, I can't remember, like BISQ. Block stack. Oh, BIS network. Oh, you're talking about the decentralized exchange. I don't use that, so that's why I had no idea. What is it? It's a decentralized. So here, the thing is, dude, no matter if you have a decentralized exchange or not, it won't matter. That's. I know you're saying that, but it doesn't matter. TIXL is going to the DEXs. Do you think anything about it? TIXL is going to the DEXs. Do you think anything about it? No, I don't even know what TIXL is. I haven't been looking into TIXL. There's a lot of things that are going on in this industry that I can't keep up with. I'll be really honest. I'm not the type of YouTuber to come on and bullshit you guys. I am very busy, and Binance Dex is going. Okay, listen. All the different DEXs will not be able to weather that storm, right? Unless there's something else going on. I have to find out. I have to connect with a bunch of my friends that are there, but that's what I'm talking about. What will stay safe? Wasabi wallet? What? No. Everything will be safe, but if you did anything wrong or your coins are tainted in any way, you won't be able to use them. This is basically what comes down to here. And this is what scares me a little bit about it too, is imagine someone saying you can no longer use your coins. That will potentially happen to people. That is what's kind of scary to me about this whole situation, okay? It's not that, I'm worried about certain things. I'm just moving this down here a bit because it's looking weird. All right, so let's look at our market. We got BTCD is climbing back up. It obviously dropped really harshly, and we're looking at the 4-hour chart here. So we had that drop yesterday. We had a bearish TK cross. Right now I'm getting a bull sign on the algo, but we'll have to see where we're gonna go in terms of BTC dominance. It's been really a weird couple days in the market. Let me just delete some of this so you guys can see a little bit clearer, because I got a lot going on this chart at this point. Okay, so we have my gappy kiss right here. Right, we had the gap. We had this other gap. It filled, right? We were looking to see if that would actually, no, this gap didn't fill. So we have to eventually come back and fill this gap, right? We had this gap. It filled. That's gone, right? So the gappy kiss that I had here, well, see you later, gappy kiss. You're gone. It filled. Just as we always talk about the gaps filling. We have this one down here. Now we have this gap up here. So we have more gaps that we could fill. I've been saying it's very possible for us to get down into that level. So, we have to look at that. Will we bounce off here? I was wrong. We didn't bounce off the bottom of that cloud. And that could be because of this plus token stuff where, they might be selling off millions of dollars worth of crypto each day, which is driving the price down. We'll not be able to use it in what regards to crypto to fiat. How about peer-to-peer? Okay, Miguel, imagine this, okay, to really bring it together. Let's say I want to use my Bitcoin to pay Miguel, but my Bitcoin is tainted. When I go to pay you, Miguel, there's we do peer-to-peer transaction, right? If my tainted Bitcoin goes to you and then you go and do anything, Chainalysis is looking at all of our addresses at that point, right? They know who you are because your ID is connected to your address. Now you can send me Bitcoin and I don't know who you are, and that's fine, and neither do they, but the second I go to use that Bitcoin, I won't be able to use it. So they're gonna basically try to cut everybody off from doing it their way and make you forced to do it theirs. And that's the scary part. And governments, the G7, that's what that meeting was about. Friggin' 100 exchanges are working together that have real volume, and a lot of them are fiat gateways. So if you have no fiat gateway, you're done. And then people say, well, doesn't CZ and all these guys care? They don't give a shit about decentralization or about anything else because they have money and they want to make more. So they don't have your best interests in heart. And even people that say oh, but CZ may want it, but he knows he has no choice either, right? So he's just going to go with the flow. I would too. If I'm making millions of dollars, I would too. So we're seeing BTC shorts have dropped. BTC longs have gone up. So that's why we might have a little bit of bump in price. So as you guys have maybe been watching, and I'm just going to turn one of these things off because it's a little bit distracting. As you guys have been watching, I've had these on my chart for quite some time. These beautiful buy areas. Well, yesterday, bing, bing, bought. And the thing is, it was right into that bottom part of there. So One problem I had was I had my money on Binance and I had my order set, but when Binance came back on, it was already at 9,800. So I've missed it. That's okay though. I was in a meeting, I was busy. But here's our gap. So I'm looking for us to come back into here, and I think that we're gonna try and get to that gap fill. Why? We go to our weekly Kijun and we see where we're at. Everyone's so preoccupied with everything else. Oh, this sell off and all this stuff. Look, guys, here is the weekly Kijun right below that gap buy. That is where the market wants to get back to. That's where the market traditionally has. Let's go even further back. Let's go BTC, USD on Bitfinex. Let's look at the last time we did this. Here's our weekly Kijun. Where did we go? Super close once. We hit it twice. You know, we're going to hit that weekly Kijun again. That's what happens in the bull run. Okay? You can even see it as we go lower. Weekly Kijun, pulled it back. It pulled it back. It pulled it back. So if we go here and you look at how little the difference is, it's going to pull it back. And another thing you need to notice about the weekly Kijun, and in the Kijun in general, when you're looking at it, whenever it's flat, it gets pulled up. See how it's flat here? When it gets flat, it gets pulled right up to that Kijun Sin. Okay? When it got flat here, it pulled it right back down. Look how fast that came back down the second it started to flatten out the last time. Boom! Within a week or two, it freaking jumped right back down. Okay? So when it flattens out, it tries to pull it up or pull it down, and especially on a weekly time frame. On a daily time frame, you'll see the exact same thing. Okay? There's no difference. That's the thing that people may not notice, but whenever the Kijun Sin's flat, here it pulled it back, not all the way, but it pulled it all the way down. And here it went flat and we pulled it all the way down. It likes to pull it down when it gets flat, okay? We have a flat for a while here, but we pulled back, right? So this is what we're looking for here. This is why I wasn't surprised that we had that. Look, we got all the way down here. It flattened out. It flattened out. Look how much it rose all the way to that point. Then it kept going, flattened out again, and boom, it touched it within like a couple, within 2-3 weeks. That's Bitcoin for you, okay? So that's what we have to look for when we're looking at BTC. Looking at BCH, it had a really nice move up actually. I'm gonna get off the weekly, and I'm gonna get off this here and log this, and we'll see it. Okay, so BCH had a nice move, nice bottom, tweezer bottom there, and it started to move, and we had a Kijun breakout, and then we had a Kumo breakout, retest, and then we kind of failed, and now we're sitting on that 4-hour Kijun Sin as support. Let's see where we go next with Bitcoin Cash. Ethereum has just died. Let's be really honest. It got to this $365 mark, and ever since that point in June, it has just gone down 50%. They're going to use Bitcoin to, this is the thing that drove me like wild. They are going to drive it down so hard. Like Ethereum, when is this ETH 2.0 ever going to come out is a good question. It's a slippery slope, as some activities are illegal in some countries and other countries perfectly legal. So we're talking about global intelligence. Yes, we're talking about global intelligence, Jordan. And we're not saying it's going to happen overnight, but this is going to happen, man. And like the thing that everyone seems to miss, and it's like a big miss, is that the exchanges are going to be doing stuff together. So they're going to work together, and the authorities and the big global authorities, which they're creating, a financial action task force, is not just for the US, it's for all the countries in the G7 and the G8 and the G20. They're all going to come and join. So yes, some countries might have, not do this, but this is how it links into what I was talking about with the Bitwise stuff. If they do all these things, and they have Coinbase with really strong custodians, and they have an ETF, why would this make sense? Because it's fully regulated basically at that point, and you can get rid of money launderers. So that saves all the bullshit, right? It completely cuts it all out. And that's why you have to look at it and go, oh my God, this is why they're doing it. It makes a lot of sense. This ETF will happen if they do something like this, because then institutions can feel safe putting their money in Bitcoin. So will this cause Bitcoin to crash? If cypherpunks dump it, yes, but will this potentially cause Bitcoin to have super legitimacy and pump to God knows how high? Very likely. So these are some things that you have to look at. There's going to be good and bad to everything. So that's what we have to know. And you know, when you meet with an exchange and they sit down and they tell you like, dude, I'm not bullshitting you, this is what's actually happening, and we're way further along than anyone actually knows, that is like a wake up call, guys. There's stuff going on. And I know some people were talking about cartelling and stuff. The exchanges are all working together. It's not XRP like some people have been saying. It's the exchanges themselves are working as a cartel to basically go with what the governments want so that they can end up being multi-billionaires, because this is an industry that's not going anywhere and they want it to go and be successful because they're making so much money. Keep it real. That's all I'm saying. So Pundi X, we have someone who asked, what do I think about Pundi X? Like, I'm finding it hard to say anything good about anything that's altcoin right now. Look at that. I mean, what do I think about Pundi X? It's at its all-time low. It hit 4 sats, 5 sats. It's right now at 4 sats. It's at its all-time low. Does that mean it will stay there? No. Does it mean it's possible that you could buy this and it could go to 8 sats still? Yeah, it could. So you could buy it at 4 sats and it go, you know, to 8, and you could do 100x, right? 100%, I mean. So yeah, but a lot of these coins are not going to do well. I think Pundi has a potential, but at the same time, I think there's a lot of problems with it as well. For long-term mass adoption. Now, here's a crazy thing. What happens if all these exchanges do legitimize and then there's certain coins that do get approved for this new system? All these coins that are approved for this new system, wouldn't they be the ones that moon like crazy? Think about that. Do your research and start thinking about, if tomorrow this was enacted, what coins would be the ones that would very likely be ones that have a future, that are truly decentralized? It's like, whoa, right? Do you even know what Pundi is and solutions they provide? Like the 3000 music festival they just hosted? Yeah, dude. Like, or the smart fit. Yeah, dude, I'm not saying that Pundi's going to shit at all. I'm just saying, look at the price. So from a technical analyst point of view right now, they're looking pretty bad. Like, they really do. Does that mean they're going to be one of the ones that don't make it? I don't know. I can't say that. I'm not I'm not God here. I'm just trying to say what I see here, Jordan. But yes, they are doing a lot of stuff. They do have their payment processing. They do have a lot of stuff going, but that doesn't mean if you're a company that has a lot of stuff going that you're going to do really well, and if they have enough money to continue doing well, right? So, I know you're not saying me. I'm just saying in general, like, Pundi has potential. Will they go anywhere is the question. Are they taking too much of a bite of something that they cannot chew? That's one of the things that I'm also thinking about and concerned about, to be completely honest. Now, if we go on here and we just look at Binance, right? You could see that, some people were saying, oh, we're gonna moon and stuff. All right, I'm gonna show you something. Remember last week when I drew this and said we have to see, I drew it here and I said, we really need to see that next candle break up. So it didn't, but we had to bounce off the Kijun and then we did the edge to edge. So that edge to edge played out all the way to the top. That was a beautiful trade. I didn't get into it, to be honest. I didn't get into it because the market was looking so shaky. But had you got into the AGI trade, nice 23% trade for you guys. Do it. Nothing wrong with that at all. That was a nice one. Mainframe has been one of the projects that I find is the biggest letdown for me. I really had promise. I thought they had a promising project there, and now I feel like they kind of just screwed the dog on that one pretty badly. GoChain, they have something going for them here. They had an edge to edge that completed on the 4 hour, but we're talking about 5, 6, 7, 8%. Will they come back? That's the question. Which ones will come back? I want to know. What do you guys think? Which projects are going to come back? RLC, the cloud, internet. One of my buddies was like, yo, dude, this is going to be the biggest thing ever. And I was like, all right. Got in, made some money, and then I was like, yeah, I don't think so. And it's not been doing so hot. And the thing is, you could say this for all the projects, right? It's really hard to say, what's going to do what at this point, but most of them are just so sold. I think we see something we're not ready for. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what's up. Cambodia, not Singapore. I think. I don't know. I don't follow like the music festivals and all that stuff, but you know, there is some really interesting stuff happening in the industry. Will TA be relevant right now for a lot of these coins? No, it really won't. Like, yes, we could see right here. Let's turn on. I saw this yesterday. One of my boys was like, "Yo," I think it was Tristan, who was like, "Yo, man, you gotta check this out." So we had a bullish TK cross. We had a close kind of in the cloud. We could see a move. This could be a nice little short move. So keep your eyes on ZRX. You could set it up at the Kijinsen right down there and look for an edge to edge for a 2R trade. That could be a good trade, but you got to see this close. We need to see a close in the cloud. That's a bullish engulfing candle for this one to be valid, okay? We also see the Chiku spans below the cloud and angling down, and it's lower than the candlesticks up here. I generally like to see it get a little bit higher. Obviously, it won't get higher than the candles 30 periods back, but you know, it's something interesting. One, TNT, ENJ, Algo, a lot of them haven't done. Algo's been on a nice move because they took certain coins out of circulation, so that was interesting. Ones that you should watch with what's going on Binance this week. FET hasn't moved much. Look for that one. Seller, another one. Look for that one. What's the other ones that they have? ERD, BTC. That's another one you should be looking at. Because anything that happened in Binance right before they have a new coin come out, pumps. Just keep in mind. But anyways, I'm going to go, guys. If no one really had any other questions, I think I'm being shadow banned today. Completely honest, I don't see anyone that normally is here. So I'll see all you guys on Monday. Don't forget that we'll have every Monday and Fridays. I'm on here. If you have questions, concerns, comments, do subscribe, like, and share. Share this to people because apparently when I do it, it makes me get shadow banned. I don't know. But yeah, get it out to the public. I will be making more content, but right now I'm finishing a crypto trading course so that people can actually learn how to do what I do in more detail than just the basics of what I show online here. So yeah, basically have yourselves a great night, great weekend, everyone. And I'll see you all on Monday. If you have any questions about projects or anything that I said today, don't feel shy. Hit me up. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Monday. Don't forget though, if there's coins that you want TA, if you're not commenting on the video, I'm not giving away free crypto. So give it to your friends. I'm going to be giving away free crypto, but I want to see comments on the video. I want to see subscribes. I want to see likes. Share this to your friends. Crypto will be coming every single week for winners, but I didn't see very many people this week. So if we get 30 comments on this video, I will give away $50 in cryptocurrency. So let's see if we can get to that number. See you guys on Monday. Have yourselves a great weekend. Coach K signing out.